run down to Ben Leber.
Yeah, thanks a lot, PA. I've got Harrison Phillips with me right now. Not even dressed today. I mean, it's got to feel good. I've been in that position where you don't play the last preseason game. But, you know, let's start there. I mean, we do have some time left on the clock, but it looks like you guys are going to get your third win of the preseason. We know that these games don't count towards the regular season, but why is it so important to come out and play well and get these dubs in the preseason?
Yeah, I think, you know, first and foremost, it shows the depth of this roster and how competitive this is to make. I mean, we have our second and third string players out there, and they're playing, obviously, at a great thing. And what you want to see in the preseason is no pre-snap penalties, no post-whistle penalties. You want to see guys aligning 11 in the huddle, not 10, not 12. All these things that show that we're situationally masters and kind of your fundamentals of football. We want to see those come alive, and then we don't want guys playing hero ball. We want guys playing team defense, team offense, and I think you're seeing the unselfishness of our players on this roster.
You know, you mentioned that competition. Look, it's inevitable, and we all hate to see it, but on Tuesday is a big day for a lot of these players, and defensive line, defensive front is a very competitive spot. You being one of the leaders on defense, how do you have those conversations? What type of conversations? What kind of advice do you give to those young guys that are fighting for roster spots?
Yeah, it's very complicated. You know, those guys in the front office, they see a lot of things differently than coaches and players. However it goes, decisions don't be made that are completely out of our control. So, you know, one of the things I always put advice towards is, this is in God's timing. You know, everything is going to happen the way it's supposed to happen, already planned out for us. But then, you know, actionable. The goal of this team, and Kevin said it earlier, we have 90 men in that locker room. All 90 of those players should be on an active roster at some point in this season. And that's the goal to everyone playing on this field, is that if the Vikings don't call them, somebody will. And that's what we're trying to set them up for success.
You know, one of the guys that's obviously key to orchestrating this awesome defense that you guys are playing right now is Brian Flores. And, you know, he kind of came under a little bit of controversy in this week, and then you and Joshua Tellus came out openly and supported him at his press conference. What was the dialogue and the conversations that you and Joshua and the rest of the defense had to come out and want to publicly support him?
You know, there wasn't really a lot of planning or anything that went in. We were just kind of walking off and saw that B-Flow was about to kind of go out there. We didn't know if the Sharks were swarming or not. And I think we just wanted to stand there and just let him know that, you know, in our experience, my experience personally, and Josh's, I think I can speak on his behalf, we've had nothing but positive things to say about our experience. And, you know, I had my best year in football last year, and I think that's in his defense. And I've talked about it before with you guys, the unique relationships that we're building for the unique success that we want. That's what he's really done. And so I'm super pumped that he's here and love him.
Well, listen, man, we expect another big year out of you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Good job, Ben. They call him Horrible Harry, but I'd call him Affable Harry. That was beautiful. 6:11 to go in the preseason. Vikes lead by 20 on the Minnesota Vikings Entertainment.